check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys. It sound right, boys.
Hey everyone, welcome to Kempner Canucks. My name is RevTrev, and I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you showed up because, let's be honest, the Canucks did not tonight in a must-win game. Maybe, I don't know. Losing games sucks for sure. Absolutely sucks. Let's just be honest about that tonight. It's getting bad now. Like we're at the spot where it's just not fun anymore to lose. I mean, yeah, we've lost. You can't win every game. I get it. But at the end of the day, we needed to get some wins. And tonight in Seattle, we weren't good enough. And that's just a fact. They were better than us. And they swept the season series. They won tonight 5-2. It's 5-2, everyone. Like, not only did we lose, there was nothing really exciting about this game in regards to Vancouver. There's very few things that were exciting. To be honest, I guess I'm getting a little ticked off and depressed about how this thing. So let's talk about a 4-game losing streak. Here's the big question of the day. Does Petey's lack to be effective concern you? Because I'm telling you right now, it's concerning me. There's a lot of people talking about how he's just not looking good out there. This is the second time this season. He's had an extended period where he has not driven his line. The idea that anyone out there is suggesting that his line is the number one line in Vancouver is absolutely ridiculous. If you look at people's lines, you look at mine that I put out today because of all the information. I do not have Pettersson's line as the top line because it's not. It's not. The best line in Vancouver is Miller and Besser and whoever is on the left wing. That has been consistent all year. Has Pettersson had some good nights? Yes. But JT Miller's line is the number one line in Vancouver, and they are way better than anything that Pettersson's doing at this stage. I'm just going to rant for a second because it's just bothering me. It's now a 4-game losing streak. Now, I could handle 2, 3, okay. But now 4, and then we play 3 good teams walking into the home series. So I'm a little frustrated. So give me a second, everyone. Give me a second to just vent. Like, what the heck is going on? Okay, let's get into the game. So the pregame news, the pregame stories was Baines got moved to the Miller-Brock line, which I was super excited about. Suter gets moved down to the lifeline with Bluger and Garland because we're missing Joshua, and Lafferty is in instead of PDG on the 4th line, and Demko is starting. Here's the weird thing, everyone. The NHL scheduling in the last 8 days, the Kraken have played 3 games. Meanwhile, Vancouver's played 5. Wow. Talk about being rested and talk about being tired and talking about being, all those things, exhausted. As you can see, everyone, if you notice, I make Canucks content that is passionate, realistic, honest. And tonight, I'm just not letting them off the hook. It's been 4 games now. We've had excuses for every game. We have not looked at 4 road losses. And so if you haven't taken a moment to hit the like and subscribe button, please do for passionate, realistic, honest Canucks content. And you can follow me on YouTube, on X, on Instagram and, of course, on Facebook. So let's just be honest. We got outplayed and outshot tonight. Outplayed and outshot. That is exactly what happened. There was moments that were fun to watch, but let's just talk about the good moments. Okay, so first period, JT scores the first goal for the Canucks again. That's his sixth time that he scored the first goal this season. I'm very impressed. There was something that happened tonight multiple times, was that Lindholm, and I should say the Canucks, Lindholm with the example with the lazy penalty, an absolute lazy penalty tonight. Brutal. But on the breakaway, or on the shorthand, on penalty kill, JT Miller gets a shorthanded breakaway, and I'm like, let's go. We're going to score. And he shoots it from way far out, misses the top side. They didn't show a replay. It felt like he missed by a mile. But I know he must have seen that top side wide open, missed it. That was too bad. I don't know if you guys saw Cole getting leveled on the penalty kill, but the refs don't see it. And then Dunn's blast from the point makes it 1-1, which was disappointing. But the last 3 to 4 minutes of the period, in the first period, there was so much pressure. It was insane. Thankfully, they didn't score. But what did happen in all that pressure, and the Canucks weathered the storm until the last 3.6 seconds, where Höglander with another bad penalty, a tripping penalty, and it gets it. And you just know that that's not going to go well. You go into the second period and you're sitting there going, they're probably scoring on this power play. I mean, right? And Cole with the absolutely brutal turnover, and McCann scores, making it 2-1. McCann is on a 6-game point streak. It's insane. Then after that hit from Tanev on Garland, that was really awkward, and Garland was ticked off. They get in a heated and intense fight. I mean, it was throwing hands. Tanev was feeding Garland in the side, and I'm like just sitting there going, I wonder if you're just hitting pads here. It's kind of weird, but he was going like crazy, man. It was like UFC times 3. And yeah, that was surprising. I think Garland's kind of regretting dropping the gloves there for sure. But in the second period, there was that beautiful pass by Petey, but Höglander couldn't beat. I put Gubrar's spelt wrong there. Sorry, everyone. Couldn't beat his blocker there. And then the shot comes off of Lafferty, somehow goes in to tie the game at 2. I was like, okay, we got a lucky one. We need to build off of that. But then the wheels start to fall off. Bluger with another interference penalty. Like, this is getting brutal. We end up going on the power play. I don't know if you noticed this, but they tried to put Petey in front of the net. Can I just say it's a bad idea? Like, what? He's getting manhandled in front of the net. Like, he's not strong enough. He's not tough enough. He should not be standing. Put JT Miller in the front. Put Brock Besser in the front. Why is Petey? Yeah, we need to change it up. Yeah, put Petey to the side. Get Brock or Miller in front. Get somebody else up there. Put Zadorov up there out for all I care. The power play is so predictable. It is not effective. We can't even. Anyways, we'll talk about that later. Bad idea having Petey there. And then there's 2 more goals by Seattle as the Canucks get outplayed in the second, getting outscored 3-1. And it's just like, it's just deflating, right? It doesn't look like we have a chance to come back. And we're like, hey, we got a full period. Then Demko and Gubar were tremendous in the third. Both of them were fantastic, absolutely fantastic. There's no chance any goals are going in. And then the empty netter makes the final 5-2. McCann has a 4-point night for the Kraken. And it was ugly. It was ugly. It wasn't close. A team that we should have beat got the best of us and won the season series. So I'm a little frustrated, to be honest with you. I'm a little ticked off. It is what it is, everyone. It is what it is. Let's just get into some comments before I lose my mind here. And by the way, I, for some reason, put the stream for 9:45 a.m. instead of p.m. So thanks, Coach Rob Willie, for letting me know that. But the first comment was Dell. I thought the same thing. Oh, yeah, it must be a typo. So it must have been he must have walked in and said, I guess the game was supposed to be at whatever time, right? But yeah, sorry, it was a typo, everyone. Galactic Waffle Hero, welcome. Says, I guess team's strategy to beat Canucks is get them to react to take a penalty, or have Canucks draw a penalty because it was five. Because if it was 5-on-5, whole game Nucks would do better. Yeah, exactly. They draw a penalty on the opponent. The opponent's like, okay. The power play is atrocious right now. It's we are not generating shots. We are predictable. It's bad. It's bad. Okay. Garland from the lifeline giving the Canucks life with that fight. Well, kinda. Dreamer, like, what part of the fight was good? The first punch, and then it got crazy. I mean, it was Tanev's a tough guy. I mean, it's Chris Tanev's brother, right? So, yeah, and then it's 4-2, and the wheels are falling off. Who thinks Dakota is the Canucks MVP? I do not think that. I think it's JT Miller or Quinn Hughes. I do not think it's Dakota, but I understand that he's important. Yeah, you're right. Okay, so yeah, I was hoping we'd come back and win, Coach Rob Willie, but nope. It's hard to believe that while the Leafs, after 40 minutes in a game versus a playoff caliber Knight squad, had a 6-1 lead, since cut to 6-3, the Canucks continue to struggle with the 4-2. Yeah, it's shocking, David. It's absolutely shocking. Yeah, did Austin Matthews end up scoring tonight? The goal was scored by Austin Matthews' assisted. Okay, yeah, so that's cool. Because I have Austin Matthews, Kucherov, Panarin, Miller, Pedersen, all these guys in my hockey pool, so I am interested. I don't think he's claiming. He's just asking a question. Yeah. What do you mean? There's no doubt that Miller, Myers, Besser, Lafferty, and Suter have points. What do you mean have points? Like MVP points? No, you can't put Lafferty in there. Suter you can't put in there, but anyways, I see what you're saying here. Man, you wrote a book here, David. 4-2, yeah. Knights still have a 7-3, or the Leafs had a 7-3 lead. Wow. Okay, Dell, no sustained forecheck in the third. Exactly. Something Dakota is good at, correct? You're right, Dell. It's been a long and awful road trip. Canucks look fatigued, just a step late. Yeah, it looked like they played 5 games in 8 days, and the Kraken have played 3 games in 8 days. Just saying. You see that you predicted an empty net goal, put a fork in it. Yeah, prediction verified. We are finished in this game, right, Jarvis? We're not finishing the season. Tyler is going next level. The season's over. I'm mad, but I'm not that mad, Tyler. Terrible effort. Ilya has to go. Mark, I know a lot of people feel that way. I just need to say something about all the Mikheyev hate. Nobody wants Mikheyev. Nobody wants $4.7 million contract for the next 2. No, it's the next 3 years because it's this year and 2 more. Playing at a bad level. Nobody wants that. So we can't trade him, everyone. We can't trade him. So I don't know if you're saying, and they have to do something about their power play. I agree 1,000%, Mark. BC Born, you're done with this team after 4 games? Come on, man. That's overreaction theater, right? You can't honestly be thinking that. Matt Glenn Celebrini is a future. No, he's not. No, he's not. Oh my goodness, you guys are pretty funny. You're pretty funny. Oh, okay. Let's get back to these comments. I don't know. These comments are starting to self-destruct, everyone. I hope our fan base doesn't believe all these things that I've just read. Man, I'm officially worried at this point. We got outplayed, outworked in every period. Yeah, no problem, Daniel. You're right. 100% right. But here's the thing. The good news is we play Boston coming up in a couple days. At work listening in. My condolences to my buddy Brad, who took the night off work to see the game in Seattle. You paid all that money, took the time. See, that's the thing. Okay. Tickets in Seattle still got to be expensive, right? And you go into, I guess it's cool to go into the other barn and cheer for your Canucks. But why didn't you take that money and pay for Boston on Saturday night? That's just my question. You took a day off of work. Maybe he was working on Saturday too. I would just rather gone seen Boston, but I'm pumped that a lot of Canucks fans whenever I know Canucks Clay's there as well. And he got smoking awesome seats, by the way. Jarvis, we aren't going to beat Boston. We're not. This was our chance. What, tonight? The effort was pretty pathetic, at least in the games against Winnipeg and Colorado. We showed respectable effort. We didn't look bad. This was just bad. Yeah, this game was bad. But I'm not saying we don't there. Hey, John, I just want to thank you for coming in and reminding me that you think our Canucks are overrated. I love it that you come into my videos and post that every time we lose because you're giving me a view, and I appreciate that. So if you want to take your time, you're helping me out. So thank you, John. Wow. What a joke. Yeah, what a joke. Tonight was a joke. Will be a 5-game skid come Saturday. It could be. I hope not. Yeah. Yeah, it was not a good game. Chances missed the playoffs. No, we're not missing the playoffs. We're not. Come on, everyone. Joshua literally held the Canucks together. I am frustrated as well. What's going on? I think what's going on is bad penalties and terrible power play that we have. That's my answer, Curtis. Honestly, what happened to Lindholm in the end? I don't know. I don't know at all. If someone else can answer in there, that'd be great. Seattle came out hitting with no response. Yes, they did. But it was a little feisty. If you ask me about that, Seattle came out hitting with no response, but I felt like we hit too. Verona kind of stood up for our team. Yeah, obviously it's not good, Angelo, if we miss the playoffs. We got 80 points. We're not missing the playoffs. Come on. PD went pointless and was -2, while the Leafs surprisingly beat a playoff caliber Golden. Yeah. David, can I just say something? You've already said this. I don't understand. Speaking of which, put something new in the chat, David. Third line is better than Pettersson's line. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying, today on Twitter, I think I literally posted that. I think it was Twitter or Facebook or Instagram. One of the things that I do, or X, whatever you call Twitter. Here's the thing, everyone. Dell is right, because I was posting this too. The Miller line is our number one line, okay? And I would argue with Dakota back, Pettersson's line has been our third best line. That lifeline with Joshua and Bluger and Garland has been our second best line this season. Has there been times where the Pettersson line's been good? Yes, absolutely. Dell, yes, I'm venting, man. And then you got people coming in, and so Pirate Girl, I own you, Vancouver. You do? Who are you? Are you a Kraken fan? Who are you? Oh, that's so funny. It's more like it would say, we own you. That would be more correct. Just say it. If you're coming into Trash Talk, at least do it right. It's either this is a bad road trip or a one-time thing, or it's disastrous and the fun times this year won't be back in Vancouver for at least 16 games, then it's playoffs time and zero momentum. Okay, Jarvis. The world is not crashing. You're right. So I think we can turn this around. Well, this team's good still. Pettersson's been MIA in many big games this season. 100%. Me and Gary have been messaging back and forth for probably 3 weeks talking about this. Puts up points against the not so great teams, lots of vanishing acts against top teams. If he vanishes in the playoffs, we got to let him go. The good thing, Daniel, is that he in the playoffs when he was in the bubble, he actually played well. Angelo, if we don't make it to the playoffs, final 24, well, everyone's gonna be mad. Canucks need to beat Boston Bruins. Oh man, come on, Curtis. Let's believe that we're gonna turn it around. We're gonna beat our rivals. Our Eastern rivals, that is. Boston picked up a point as Calgary won in overtime. This is, I don't even know who to cheer for when it's Calgary versus Boston. I cannot stand both of those teams. I won't cheer for either one. I'll tell you that. I think I know that I dislike Calgary more, but I dislike Boston so much that I won't even cheer for Boston to beat Calgary. That's how much I don't like both of those teams. Time to change the start as a spark plug, okay? Even Grogu couldn't help. I know. Thanks a lot, Grogu. Could have used the Force at least. That's what we should do. We should just blame Grogu every time we lose a game. Van Michael, I'm not saying this now because they're losing, but I've been saying this forever. Pettersson is a $9 million player. Tops. He's good, but he's nowhere. I don't think you're wrong in that assessment at this stage. People are saying open the checkbook, pay him whatever he wants. Bad business. I've been saying that for months and months and months. So if he's asking for a trade, if depending on what we could get, I think we could get a haul for him for sure because he's like 25 years old and he's got lots of potential and he's going to get another 100 points this year for sure. I shouldn't say for sure, hopefully. But if you could get a Brady Tkachuk for him, would you do that deal? If you could get a Matthew Tkachuk player, someone, I think Matthew's a little older, but someone who's younger, who's gritty, maybe a 70 to 80 point guy that would drive a line. Would you do that? I mean, that's where I'm at right now. I'm so frustrated with how he's been so missed this year. We need a fresh set of eyes for the power play. Rick's ideas aren't working. Get a proper power play coach. Tocchet won't do it on power. I mean, it's not just Tocchet, right? It's got to be Gonchar there, who is a PowerPoint specialist. Foote wasn't, but maybe talk to the Twins. Have a meeting with the Twins, Rick. I'm not worried about the President's Trophy at this point. I'm just worried about getting back on track. Yep, it's true. No, not Zadorov. He's a slacker. I don't mind Zadorov. I don't mind. How do you lose to Seattle? What a joke. Well, we just showed how we did that. PD isn't even a 10-minute bar. He's 8 to 9 max. Well, that's exactly what, who was it? Yeah, Van Michael said. So you guys are on the same page. Sign and trade him for Jack Hughes and Luke. They would never trade Jack and Luke. They would trade for Quinn before they would trade Jack and Luke, guys. There's no way the New Jersey Devils are trading those two players. Just saying. But if we could, I would do it in a heartbeat. I would trade a lot for those two players. Give up Willander and some picks. So you're thinking Pettersson, Willander, and some picks for Hughes and Hughes? Maybe that might be good. Quinn Hughes may have evaded much of the criticism, but tonight he needs to be called up. Called up for what? Getting sticked in the face? Okay, so let's just say it's his worst week as a captain. This kid has been unbelievable. He's literally considered the second best defenseman in the league. And the only people who are saying he's the best defenseman in the league are Vancouver Canucks fans. So Connor, if you want to call him out, Call him out for being the second best defenseman in the league. That's had a bad week. Like, what are you going to say about him? He doesn't seem to inspire the team when it gets tough. Sure he does. He plays his heart out every night. His skill set is next level. Like, I get it. I get that we're upset, but Connor, come on. Come on, man. Get mad at Pedersen. Get mad at Myers. Get mad at, like, I don't know, get mad at the world. You can't get mad at Quinn Hughes, brother. He's really amazing. He's a gift. He in my opinion, he's the best Canucks defenseman we've ever seen wear a Canucks jersey. That's how much I love Quinn Hughes. So he's had a bad week. Whip the stinking do. The only silver lining is that there will be no PT curse. Yeah, no President's Trophy curse, right? Lafferty goal was a gift, right? Del, you're right. You're right. Okay, not Quinn Hughes' fault. He isn't getting much open ice like he did earlier in the season. Yeah, it's fine. The Leafs just lost their 3-1 to the Sens 3-1 with all the games decided regulation. Yet the last game 5-3 featured an empty netter that would otherwise been a 1-goal game. Oh, did some of you say it was Lindholm? No, you guys said. Yeah, you guys were talking about Pedersen, not Lindholm, right? Yeah, you guys are talking about Pedersen. Okay, let's talk about Lindholm. I've already seen a no-show a few times in the 10 games we've had him. I don't want to resign him, I don't think. Use it for guys like Joshua who does. They just might. Daniel, you might be 100%. What I do like is that we're going to give him an opportunity to gel. I think it's hard. Like, I like it that we got him early and we can see what he can do. But he's had 2 good games and that's it so far. So we'll see. Yes, too many penalties, but when they had 4 power plays, they did nothing. Gary, I agree with you. I agree with you. I'm feeling really panicky. We're really undisciplined and shown a complete lack of effort. So lazy, so hard to watch. It's shameful. I agree. Gary, seriously, PD wants Matthews. Yeah, wants 13 million. Give me a break. I said that from day one. It's not the same player. You know that that list came out today or yesterday of the top ranked centers in the NHL. Guess who? PD's number 10. Number 10. But he wants top 3 money. Like, he's not better than McKinnon. He's not better than McDavid. He's not better than Matthews. Let's just be honest, right? Like, there was 9 other players. And you know who's number 11 on that list? JT Miller, if I remember correctly. So, Gary, I'm with you, man. PD, you want Matthews money, 13 million a year? Give me a break. Give me a break. I'm not there. I'm not there right now. And I'm not even talking just because I'm mad about tonight. Check all my videos. Never once have I said that he's better than Matthews, and never once have I ever said that he should make more than 12 million. I'm always been the 11, 9, 10 guy, but it's going to be hard not to give him good, huge money for him to stay. Tough week. The dads are obviously a distraction. Yeah, sometimes kids don't play as good when their dads are around. Talk to my daughter. No, just joking, but talk to my friends and kids and stuff. I don't know. My daughter is a good player. I'm just kidding. She just says I'm really hard on her. But she's a really good player. I love watching her play. She's a great basketball player. By the way, this week we have provincials coming up. So I'm really excited to watch my daughter. She's in grade 12 and pumped to see her play. So can't wait to see her play. She works so hard. She really tries to contribute and to make her team better. And I love that she's the 3-point specialist. Anyways, enough about my daughter, but I'm a big fan of hers. I commented earlier on game points. Yeah, goal. Lefty, call out Zadorov. That's who deserves it. Multiple icing the puck. One resulted in a goal. Collides with Demko's skate. Yeah, that's true. Weak clearing pass. Yeah, he didn't have the greatest one. Yeah, and people are agreeing. Your prediction was right. Lose 5. Did you really say that? I don't remember. I am sorry, not sorry. PD is a good player, but in February, it is so important for the top players to step up. But Gary, what if he steps up in March? What if he steps up in April? What if he steps up in the playoffs? Honestly, I don't want to make too much about February, even though February is important. Don't get me wrong. I know February is a tough month for a lot of players. Don't call out Quinn Hughes. Call it the right demon. Okay. Playoffs next year. Now we're going this year, Angelo. I'm not mad about the loss. I'm mad about the effort. Yeah, Danielle, I'm with you. Anyone else alarmed that the Canucks have their worst stretch of the seasons when the dads are on the trip? You'd think that motivate them. You'd think so. Well, Trev, 4 straight losses, but we still have games to play. Yep, the season is far from over. You're right. You're right, 100%. The Kuzmenko curse is real. No way that trade makes any sense. Kuzmenko alone was an overpay for Lindholm. Did you watch my video, Jay? Did you see it? Too much for Lindholm? And I got roasted by a lot of people. I'm just saying, I wasn't a big fan. If he's just a rental, I don't like this deal at all. I don't like this deal at all. But if we sign him and he plays well for us, then I'm happy. But McCabe to the AHL, call up by Colson. Yeah, we need speed. Seattle skated circles around us. It's true. Jacob, the Dragon Ball. I love the name. From a Kraken fan, did you see the Canucks fan and the Kraken fan? That's honestly that better than the win, in my opinion. I didn't see that. What are you talking about? Did they get in a fight or something? Did you see the Canucks fan and the Kraken fan? That's honestly better than the win, in my opinion. I don't know what you're talking about, honestly. Am I missing something here? By the way, Jacob, the Seattle Kraken's jerseys are unbelievable. They're so nice. They are absolutely so nice. So Hughes is so good. We're lucky to watch him play. Agree 1,000%. McCabe is a 4.9. No, he's 3.785 or something like that. Or I don't know. We should just waive him. We can't. Well, we can waive him, but sounds like a fair weather fan there from BC born. Yeah, I know. Yeah, well, they're still welcome, but thrice the Kraken have scored one of them, but the 4 power plays didn't score on any of them. Encouragingly, the Kraken, when shorthanded, didn't score. That's true. Yep, you're right. Okay, Van Michael. Only good news tonight is Vegas lost and looks like LA is going to lose. So just as long as the division opponents keep losing, that's a good perspective. That's a good perspective. Okay. So disturbed. Colorado, Boston, New York, Vegas, Toronto, Tampa Bay, Winnipeg, Florida, Dallas, Carolina, and Edmonton all have 4+ losing streaks. Wow, that's good to know. We were the last team to lose 3 in a row this year. That's true. Disturbed. Excellent point. Excellent point. I will really attack and go at multiple players this game, so I don't mind my actions. I can't deal with losses with no effort. Okay, Jarvis, I'm preparing myself. Pedersen is not worth what he is getting now. That's a bold statement. Jared McCann has played good. He's played good. No doubt about it. Time to change our systems. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. We should be concerned at this stage, David. We should be concerned. The third period debacles have been terrible for 3 games in a row, and then this one was a second period collapse. Third period was fine, just no real push. I said from day one, I think Kuzi will play better in Calgary than Lindholm will in Vancouver. It's early, but doesn't look good. Calgary looks better than Vancouver. Kuzmenko is better than Lindholm any day of the week. Wow. See, here's the thing about that statement. I love Kuzmenko, okay? So don't get me wrong when I say this, but at least Lindholm plays defense, right? So, yeah, I think Daniel's awesome as well. Yeah, Lindholm needs to pick up. Pettersson and Lindholm both need to pick up. The best player on that line is Höglander, and it's not close, guys. Yeah, he's coasting a bit. Sonny, good to have you here. Why does Kokic not go back to the old power play? Miller on the boards, Besser in the front of the net, tipping pucks, and PD one time. I agree 1,000%. Why would Tocchet change the power play and not go back to? I don't know. He's trying something new. No chance we beat Boston, Del? Come on, we got a chance. They just lost to Calgary. It's times like this that separate fans from wagon riders, right? I want to be wrong. Not sure you do. Okay. Yeah, PD in front of the net, baffled from the power play, baffled my mind. Jay, you're wrong on this. They're not frauds, man. I think they're good. I think they're good, and their track record's proven it. Just being real. And it's okay. I don't mind you being real, and I don't mind you having a different opinion than me. I just disagree. I respectfully disagree. But Pettersson might need to be traded. It might need to happen. Yeah. Shannon, you're right. The Canucks need to smarten up and look at these games and work on correcting all the mistakes. You're right. Those two Calgary players and the injuries to Joshua and Susie seem to have changed the whole chemistry of this team. Yeah. Yeah, it's true. I thought Hughes was up to par. Her last few games have been mediocre. I don't think he's been mediocre. He just hasn't been elite like he normally has. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not there. Yeah, Seattle's jerseys are unbelievably cool in my books. I love them a lot. Yeah, we're gonna bounce back, Lefty. I appreciate that. Do you think Pettersson is sick or new? I do not. I do not think that. Hello, my son. Let Pettersson walk down over to my Jets. Yeah, see, there would be what I mean. What would you give us? I mean, that would be. I don't know what you could give us that we'd want in return. No offense. Like you got a bunch of older players, so we want someone a little younger coming in back, Vince. But good to have you here. Thanks for commenting. We need 649 line back. Put Hogs and Garlander. Huh? Actually, that's not bad. That's not a bad idea. So if we put the Lotto line back together, disturbed, and we put Lindholm and Baines, and I don't think you move well, I guess you can move Garland there until Dakota comes back. I actually don't mind that idea right now. I need to think about that a little bit more. Pettersson can't skate. Yes, he can. He just isn't very strong on his skates. I'm happy he didn't sign an extension yet. Trade that weakling. Pettersson plus Willander and Ratty and a pick for Jake and Luke. Man, that would be a monster trade, man. And Elster said it right. Without lifeline, no line bouncing back after the other team score. Do we try and get Hughes brothers for Pettersson? Well, that's the theme tonight, apparently. Jarvis, if we beat Boston, we're back. We'll be back. The team will have much more energy, and the morale in the locker room will be back. By the way, I predicted Vancouver's going to beat Boston on Saturday. So that's my prediction. Fun will be back in the town. Trade Pettersson to Columbus for Fantelli and Kent Johnson. That's not a bad idea. I love Fantelli. I think he's fantastic. I think he's going to have an amazing year. Brady Tkachuk would be worth it, you think? Okay. I've been wondering about that. I agree, trade him. He's massively overrated. We wait too long. The rest of the league will figure that out. Petey is just too weak and slow. Can't make. He's not slow. He's not slow, but he can't make. He's struggling this year. Like, this is the worst I've seen him play. Trade him as soon as possible. To those who claim Mikheyev should go, I go back to a clip by Sid Sigzero from April. Okay. This was a group failure. What? So what does that have to do with Mikheyev? That's what I don't understand. So the whole team sucks, so Mikheyev shouldn't go? Mikheyev's been terrible. Right? Yeah, okay. Whatever. I agree. Miller is worth more than Pettersson. And if we get Miller for 8 and signing Petey for 12 would make me nauseous. Yeah, that's fine. I don't mind that people come in and have a different opinion. Lefty, it's okay. It's okay. People are allowed to come in here and say those things. They're allowed to have a different opinion. They don't have to like the Vancouver Canucks to be here. I think it's weird that they're here trying to troll us, but that's fine. That's fine. If they want to waste their life doing that, it's fine. Yeah, I know. Dude, bring back Toffoli. Keep Quinn Hughes. He's a stud. That Miller contract is looking amazing. Absolutely. Canucks haven't faced adversity. They will fold in the playoffs. Now, media, Canucks suck and won't do anything in the playoffs. Vancouver media. I don't think Vancouver media is saying that. I think that's Vancouver Canuck fans that are saying that. The only thing that could cheer me up is a little is for Trev to get Grogu a Canucks jersey under that robe would be an. Oh, man. Could you imagine? Trust me. That's his robe. That's all he's wearing. I think. I don't know. I haven't looked. Do you think Pettersson is our best forward? No, I don't think he is. I think JT Miller is our best forward. I've been saying that for probably a year, maybe longer. But he's 30. And I don't know what Pettersson's going to look like. Maybe Pettersson's going to be the best player in the NHL when he's 30. I'm not sure. All right. Calling out Hughes is ridiculous. He is legit elite. Even the best players have bad games. Yep. Not sure I appreciate a serious point being laughed at, Kempner. I wasn't laughing when I made my point. How do I know that, Connor? Because you didn't put an emoji there? Like, come on, bro. Plus, I love laughing. So, live a little, brother. Like, really? We're gonna take the stream that serious right now? Oh man, I love to laugh. So if you don't, I don't know. And what point was it that you made? Like the one about get rid of everyone, or if you're the guy who said that Hughes is terrible and whatever, like, come on. I highly disagree with that. If whoever posted that, I think that's you, Connor. Come on. You're talking about Quinn Hughes here. Like, come on, man. Hughes contract and Miller contract have so much value. Yep. Yeah, Jorg, you're right. It's time to get a little concerned here. Yeah, we're not losing the faith yet. We're gonna stay here. Canucks are gonna be out in the first. Come on, Jorg, you can't do this. Listen, my friend, you can't go from planning the parade, we're going to win everything, to now that we're going to get ousted in the first round if they don't improve. Come on. Obviously, they're going to get better. Jorg, come on. Keep the faith, brother. Yeah, I mean, we could still trade Lindholm, honestly. Yeah, I think Jay-Z wants us to trade Pettersson. I don't know if Besser is highly overrated. Yeah, I know. But sometimes the falling down disturb, he gets penalties for that. And so it's awesome. Yeah, dude, I'm telling you right now. I don't think it's going to happen. Come on, you guys. It's a 4-game losing streak. We still have so long until we get to the playoffs, and we're going to lose in the first round now. We need to stop. I I don't like the bipolarness of this. So agreed. Never going to call out Hughes. Maybe he plays too many minutes. He might give him another bridge deal. He's not Hendrick. Yeah. Sign. So you want to sign Petey for 13 million? I mean, come on. He's getting traded if he wants that. Petey at 9 mil. If not, trade him to the Rangers for dinner jacket, whatever. Read today that Pettersson turned down an 8-year contract worth 12. Where did you see that, Jay-Z? Where did you see that? I want to know. 40. Oh, there's been lots of good options in this stream tonight. There's been lots. Now, I'm glad Van haven't signed Petey yet because they would have paid him 12 million if he asked for that. Now we can say he's worth 9 tops. He's getting more than 9, everyone. I'm just telling you. He's not Matthews. He's not McKinnon. I agree. Yeah, I want to see the article first, everyone. Trev, I know you're a big Joshua fan. Actually, to be honest, I have been the guy who hasn't been a Joshua fan, and he's won me over this year. So I wouldn't say I'm a big Joshua fan, but boy, he's looked fantastic. So, and what money does he want? There's a lot of people saying that he probably deserves 3.5. So I'm not sure. I think he'll be the same. I think he's a guy he's the kind of player you want, a playoff kind of guy, a penalty kill kind of guy, a guy who can score, who can make a difference. I think that's the kind of guy you want on the team. So I'm all in on Joshua now and wanting him to stay because I think what we're seeing now is what we're going to see for his career. He's going to be good. Thank you, Shannon. I am not in my late 20s. I am way older than that. So, but thank you. That is the nicest thing anyone said to me today. And my daughter is wonderful. She's athletic. She's beautiful. She's fun to be with. And I'm really looking forward to going to the provincials with her. She's dynamite. So I have a son who just graduated last year and a son that's 14 as well. So yeah. So I've got, yeah. He doesn't even like Vancouver. He flies back to Sweden as soon as the season. A lot of them do, dude. Go back home. Playoffs are in doubt. Okay, let's just talk about that for a second. Guess what? Jokovic, when he won an NBA championship for Denver, was all talking about, I just want to go home. Like, no one's complaining about that. Playoffs in doubt. I know they're not going to keep playing like this, Jorg. Come on. Show the faith. We want to plan the parade down Bruce Avenue, brother. There's more to hockey than points. Petey doesn't possess. Yeah, okay. We'll get something like 4 first-round picks for Petey. That would be awesome. The problem, Dell, is this. If we get 4 first-round picks, they always take 2 to 3 years to get into the system. So I don't know if that's a great idea, but I mean, great for the future for sure. Team is too predictable. You're right, Nighthawk. Coach needs to change tactics. Regression has finally arrived. 9 million. Not a penny more, not a penny less. So if he thinks he's worth more, I say trade him. Okay. What do people think is behind these terrible efforts? I think it's been undisciplined. So we're taking too many bad penalties, and we cannot be this bad on the power play and expect to be successful. Yeah, I don't know about that. Canucks game vlogger, not going to hit the panic button. Every good team has slumps. I agree. I haven't watched your new video yet. The one that you had done. Which one is it again? That your newest one that you just did? It's not the All-Star game. It was something else. Where did you go? There's a Vancouver game that you were at. I'm looking forward to watching it. Can't wait for it. He just freezes. I think it's locked out. That's hilarious. Next month, loads of home games. Give the team a break from Trav? From traveling. Okay, I get it. Yep. I mean, we got 3 games in a row coming up now, too. Oh, here we go. You have to know either your points are accurate. I'll show you how clueless I really am about hockey. Detroit have 11 Stanley Cups, and I didn't even have to Google it. Yeah, you want to know what else Detroit's done? The last time Detroit won a Stanley Cup was 2008. That was a long time ago. They were great back then. They were great. They are not great now. They are not great now. Their rebuild is taking longer than I thought it would. So they were amazing. I mean, you were talking about Fedorov, Datsuk, Yzerman. All those teams were dynamite. Studs, Lidstrom, one of the greatest defensemen of all time on that team, on those teams, and like that team, those teams, Brendan Shanahan, phenomenal teams, dude. But yeah, congrats, you have 11 cups. It's great. You don't have that now. Just saying. You've progressed, but you're not there. You're not there. Power play is worrisome. Yeah. Oh, Dingbat, welcome. This team can score 5-on-5, but not on power play. No, it doesn't make sense, right? The team is trying too hard to looking like the Sedins before they retired. They just need shots. Oh, man. Honestly, the power play is a simple fix. In my opinion, you don't need to switch players in and out. All you have to do is reestablish Miller. Yes. Yep. I agree with that. Yeah, and that's Mr. Well, you're right. Kuzmenko's on the 4th line. They demoted him. He's not playing well. So as much as I love Kuzmenko, I might be wrong about him. He might just not be that good. But I like him. So Petey is not worth what he gets now. What? He's not worth what he gets now? Yes, he is. But if he wants to play on a winning team, he's got to take a discount. Yeah, he can't. I don't know. I don't think he should be making 12. With a bad Canucks run, at least you and your family had a good time on the Malahat Skywalk. We did. It's the first time we ever have gone there. Had a phenomenal time there. It was so much fun to go there. Have you been, Gary? If you're on Vancouver Island, guys, that might be something you might want to try out. It's pretty neat. At least Google it. It was fun. It was fun. I don't know if I'd want to go again, or I don't mind. I don't know. Probably I'd be okay to go again. I don't know if I'd want to go a 3rd time. But. Yeah, hopefully Demko and Swayman get in a fight on Saturday. Wouldn't that be great? What do you think of Zadorov? I don't think he's using his body to his advantage. There are moments, but he's never consistent. I agree. I thought he was going to hit more. But I love Zadorov. I hope he turns around in the playoffs. So when are you building the end table, Rev? I don't know. I've been thinking about it. I actually went on Facebook Marketplace and searched that item that you said for me to search. I was trying to see if I could find some for cheap because I have skates that I can do, and I think I can make the square, like the round pieces where the skates go on, and then you have the legs, and then the second one, the actual table part on the top. I have all that, so I don't know. I got to find some legs, some fake legs for whatever. Wow, I agree. JT is carrying this team. Okay, this is the thing. Hughes needs forwards that can tip the puck and take a pass. They're usually 2 forwards in the slot. Yeah. Let's just go back to here for a moment. So the thing that worries me about Pettersson is he plays really good when he plays the good players. But if you're going to make that much money, you have to drive the line. You have to be the best player on the team. You have to prove it. Vancouver Canucks fans hate overpaying people for lack of production. Eriksson, Messier, Myers, start naming them, right? OEL. Our fan base doesn't, you want to make the money, but you want everyone to hate you? Come on, Pettersson, play better. Ruben, my brother from a different mother. How are you, my friend? Even though these losses are quite frustrating, I'm glad we have Demko is a stud, bro. I'm with you on 100%. I love Demko. Demko is a difference maker. 649 line for the playoffs. I'm okay with that. The more I talk about it, the more I think trading PD is the best move. He's currently ranked as the league's 10th best center. So if we trade him now, we probably won't get a big overpayment in return. I agree. Okay. There's a lot of comments in here. The Canucks are going to bounce back and start winning again. I believe in the Canucks. Shannon, I'm with you. Trev, the Western teams are so good. Anyone can get knocked. Yes, you're right. I just don't think it's going to be Vancouver. Seriously, Shannon, Trev is 70. Well, I'll tell you this. Gary's older than I am. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you that for free. Daniel, Locked On Canucks said Canucks had an offer for Pettersson at 12 for 8 years. They didn't say that he rejected it, though. They said he was just waiting till the end of the year to decide. I have Beggs and Kyle. Like we DM all the time. I'm gonna ask them that. Where they found that out. I think they meant sign your daughter for $13 million. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, she's feisty. Yeah, she's feisty. She would. Quinn is going to be a Hall of Famer. Yeah, I hope he stays in Vancouver. Oh, you're dropping another one tonight? Okay, I'll have to check it out. Everyone, go subscribe to Canucks Game Vlogger. He does great work. Big turnaround on Saturday at home. Let's go! I love it. Absolutely. How old is Grogu? Oh, he's old. No, he's older than me. Saying. He was a wizard. You're right. Oh, yeah. Trade Petey and Besser for Crosby, Gensel straight up. Welcome, Lord Stanley. You know what? I think if we did that trade, we would win Lord Stanley. You're right, Jorg. The Malahat Skywalk is too expensive, but on BC Family Day, it was half price. So our whole family went. Okay, I believe everyone is entitled to his or her opinion. As much as I am not the only Canucks fan or follower, to have expressed skepticism of the team's ability to hold leads. No, you're right. It's not skepticism, David. You're right. We have struggled, especially in the last 4 games, to hold the lead. So that's been a fact. We've also taken over games earlier on this season when we shouldn't have. And so, yeah. Have you checked the morgue for legs? No, I don't want rotting legs, bro. But those things are so cool. Yeah, going to see the Canucks. You're going to have a great time, Shannon. I'm so pumped for you. I just saw it on their stream today. I think they were reading it straight out of an article. Not sure. It might be from Trevor Beggs because he writes articles. Yeah. It's not lack of production for it. It's about consistency. Yep, I agree. All right. I still see, what does that say? I still see Canucks 24-4 playoff appearance more likely than not. They are, after all, still convincingly a top 3 divisional spot. How far the Canucks will go is to be determined. Yeah, I agree. Okay, everyone. I'm at the place where I'm like, I feel like I'm done tonight. I appreciate all of you. Before we dive into that, let's just remind ourselves Saturday at 4:00, the Boston Bruins are in town. Then Tuesday it's Pittsburgh. Thursday it's the Kings. Just a heads up, I'm going to be in Langley watching my daughter's games on Tuesday and Thursday. I'm going to be coaching her games. So I won't be streaming on those nights, but my plan is to stream Saturday night, the Boston game. I might even do it early, like once the game's over, I might do it early. So just stay tuned, or I'll do it again at 9:30 or something like that. So stay tuned on all the channels and all that stuff. I appreciate each one of you being here. But it's been a great night of venting. and it's been a frustrating loss. I did not see us losing to the Kraken, and it is what it is. But I say we're going to beat Boston. Listen to me right now. We're going to beat Boston at home on Saturday, and things and people are going to change their tune, okay? Maybe Pettersson has 4 points. Maybe Lindholm has 2 goals. I don't know what's going to happen. Maybe Zadorov has 6 hits. I don't know. All I know, we're winning on Saturday, and we got to keep the faith, people. And it's a long season. There's a lot of grind. There's a lot of setbacks. There's lots of adversity, just like the playoffs. You got to overcome. So right now is a great time to turn it around. Have a great night, everyone. It's been an hour with you. And, of course, always, go Canucks. Go.